Hi, good afternoon. This is Doris from Getting Gigs, and today I'd like to talk to you about an opportunity to work for a company called X.AI. The reason I chose to talk about this company today is because I work and I only like to work remotely or work on side hustles and gigs where I can work 100% of the time from home and not have to go into a regular 9 to 5 job. And the reason I choose to do that, I just don't like the commuting to work. I don't like having to deal with all the drama that goes on at work. I particularly prefer working from home. Now, my goal is to make at least $200 a day or up to $500 a day. Shooting for the 500. If I make it, cool, and if I don't, as long as I can make a minimum of $200 a day, I'm happy with that because I can pay my bills and do what I want in life. That's just my goal. So I've been doing this for over a year now, and it's been okay. Like you have ups and downs, you ups and downs. So what I try to do is I like to have at least a couple jobs lined up where, like, if I log into one job and there's no work, I go to the next. I log into one job, there's a contract or gig, and they have no work, I log into the next. I like to have like 4 or 5 of them lined up, so that way I can always ensure that I can make at least that $200 per day, so and I also won't have to worry about where's my income gonna come in for that month. So let's go ahead and get started. I wanted to show you this one. This is one that I found. Like for this particular one, I cannot apply for it, and I'll explain to you why. But there's others out here that might be able to apply for it, so I thought I'd go ahead and share. If you could go ahead and hit the like and subscribe button, I would appreciate it. First of all, the website is X.AI. And if you go to the front page, it says Grook. This is like their version. Of like kind of like probably like GPT, because if you hit learn more, it says bring Grook to everyone. Uh, Grook is now faster, sharper, and has more improved multilingual support. It's available to everyone on the X platform. And then like it gives you information about it, what the Grook does. I'm not particularly interested about that, but I just wanted to point it out because it was on the front page. I'm just interested in careers and I want to know about the company. The company itself, if you look at it, is our team is led by Elon Musk. Now, if you don't know who Elon Musk is, just Google him. Just Google him. He kind of like owns a lot of stuff. He's a CEO of Tesla and SpaceX, and he's like Twitter. He took over Twitter. He's currently working with the president, on closing down programs in the United States. He does a lot of stuff, but he's been interested in AI. He started this company in 2023, so this is considered like a relatively new AI startup company. But I think for me in particular, that's a good, exciting place to be, to go be as a startup of one of these type of companies, because you get to learn a lot of stuff. You'll learn a lot about like how to do certain things, and then like once you learn it, you can either expand upon it and learn more about it, or you can move on and take that knowledge with you somewhere else. But I feel like I learned more from the startup companies because since they're growing, they have to use people to figure out if it works or not, and so then you get experience from that. But there's also those growing pains with those type of companies as well, so like it's here or there. So in terms of that, who owns the company or like who it's led by, it's Elon Musk. Now I went into the careers page, and when you go to the careers page, they have like what they offer employees for benefits and stuff like that. If they Since they list that, I'm assuming that a lot of the positions that they have on their career page are actually regular jobs where you'll actually be on the payroll, rather than a contract gig. But like some of the positions, the way that they're described on their careers page, um, are described as though they're contract positions. So this might just be for certain roles. But you'll have to look and see which position you're looking for and what type of role it will be. So if you go to view open roles on here, what I did was like I was going through, like I was just scrolling. A lot of them are in Tennessee. A lot of them are in the California area, but they do have roles that are remotely remote, And they also have roles that are like in Ireland, UK, London. They have roles like that. But for me in particular, I'm only looking at remote work. So for me, I just filtered out remote, and then it gives the list of the positions that are available. The one in particular that I was particularly looking at, and the one that I wanted to apply for, was this AI tutor full time. A lot of the AI companies that I've applied for, they all have that AI tutor position available, but the work that's involved in each of them is a little bit different, and the criteria for the position is a little bit different. So it all depends on the company. The reason I wanted to do this one because it seemed like a more of like a general one, like it didn't like say a particular degree that you needed for it. Some of these other ones I couldn't apply for even if I wanted to because I'm not bilingual. Heck, I could barely speak English. And then they have this Japanese one. I don't speak Japanese. I don't understand Japanese. I don't have a legal background, so I can't apply for this one. The STEM one, a lot of you out here might actually be qualified for this one. This is for your science people, you chemistry, biology, technical, like if you can do programming, engineering, mathematics, calculus, stuff like that. This might be a good one for you to apply for because if you go through this path, it probably will pay you more than going through the general path. That's just my assessment from what I've seen at the other companies. The STEM path is usually the one that pays more compared to the regular AI tutor one. So the AI tutor position itself, when I was looking at it, it pays pretty well. Like if you look, it pays, yeah, between $35 an hour to $65 an hour for full time roles. So this one does seem like to be a regular full time role, and this one does have they have a set work schedule for the first 2 weeks of training, and then based upon your time zone after that. I in particular don't like a set schedule. That's just my thing. But I mean, since it's a remote work and I'm working from home, I wouldn't mind that just because it's remote work. Now, in terms of preferred qualifications, I did see this part. This is one of the other reasons one of the reasons I can't apply for it is because I can speak English, I could type English, I can comprehend English, but I don't have reading and writing in any of these other languages. But this is a preferred qualification. So I was going to go ahead and continue to apply for the position anyway, because some of the other qualifications here, it doesn't say anything about a degree. Yeah, like if you search, it doesn't say anything about what type of degree you need for this position or anything like that. So I was going to go ahead and apply for it anyway. I do have a degree, but I just, like some of these roles, like when you go apply for them, they want a degree in a specific background, but I didn't see anything on here. But the reason that I cannot apply and some of you might not be able to apply is for this right down here, where it says you may not work concurrently with X.AI at any of the companies listed below in any capacity. Now, I do other work in one of these other companies. So I don't want to give up that position to get this position if it's not guaranteed that I'm going to get work at this position or not guaranteed that I'm going to get hired for this position. I think if you're just applying and you don't get in, that's different. But like I don't I'm not going to apply knowing that I'd have to give up the other position because right now that's steady income for me. If it wasn't steady, then I would say, well, screw the other company. I'd go ahead and apply here. So for me in particular, the reason I'm not applying because I work for one of these other companies remotely. And for you people that don't know, Scale AI is your remote task and your outlier. So those platforms would be probably under the Scale AI platform, even though they particularly don't say outlier or remote task. All that work goes through Scale AI. So I think it would be the same thing. That's what I think. But in terms of the company itself, like it's a startup. It's been around for since 2023. And I wanted to see if there was something else on here. Yeah, it's been around since 2023 when I went to Glassdoor. They have a 4.30 rating. Now, 4.3 out of 5 is good, but like they only have 36 reviews. Now, I wanted to make sure like it was the same company, like it is X.AI, X.AI. So it appears to be the same company. The, I just couldn't, the logo itself didn't seem to match, but I couldn't find another one that said X.AI. Yeah, that's the only one. Yeah, that's the only one that's out there. And it only has like the 36 reviews. And I honestly do think it's because this is a startup company, so there's not going to be that many reviews out there. Yeah, 4.3 a 3 star is a pretty good review, but if you consider that that's only 36 reviews, I take that with a grain of salt. Now, I'm going to go ahead and put the link for this one down below. And one of the other things that I'm going to do is so what they did was, and I don't know if any of you guys caught this, they actually kind of gave you a list of their competitors by saying that you can't work for them and these other companies. So I'm going to look and see what positions are available at some of these other companies because they gave me the information about them. Because some of these on here I didn't know about. Yeah, I knew about Invisible, Google, Meta, but I never heard of this one. A121 Labs or Sakini or Stability or 11 Labs. So I'm going to look at some of those to see what they have available out there. And if there's something interesting out there that I think is worth sharing, I'll go ahead and do so. So keep an eye out for another video. Okay, until next time, this is Loris from Getting Gigs. I'll put the link down below for this one. I mean, it's the way I see it is you apply, you don't get accepted, no loss. You applied and you don't get in. And even if you do work for one of those companies, you could still apply and don't make any decisions unless you get hired. That's the way I see it. Like, don't give up your other job or any other income for this position until you know for sure you got the position. Also, too, like the way I see it too is right now AI is like up and coming, and this is a new company, so it's good to be in that position, but at the same time, I wouldn't give up a regular job, a regular 9 to 5 job for this one because it's still new. That's just my opinion. Until next time, this is Loris from Getting Gigs. I'll put the button down below or the link to the website down below. Thank you. Have a good night.